Good morning, third grade. It has been a while since I've had to make a video for you guys, but I am ready to help you guys with math. So hopefully you guys remember with all of the things that we've been doing with time that there's 1 hour, and 1 hour has 60 minutes. And then in 1 minute, hopefully you remember there is 60 seconds. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go from minutes and seconds, and we're going to convert that into minutes. And that'll be pretty easy. So the first one that I have is we have 3 minutes and we have 40 seconds. And we want to find out how many seconds there are altogether. So what you're going to do, an easy thing to do, is that you remember that there is 60 seconds in 1 minute. So you'll just do 60 and you're going to multiply that by however many minutes there are. And there are 3 minutes. And when we do that, we get 180. Then what you're going to do is going to add the 40 because we want to know how many seconds there are altogether. So when we do that, 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 4 is 12, carry the 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So we know that there are 220 seconds in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, which I think is pretty easy for us to figure out. So then once we have that, we're going to do the same thing with a bunch of other problems. So now we have 2 minutes, 45 seconds, and we want to figure out how many seconds there are. So again, just like we did before, we're going to do 60 times 2, and when we do that, we get 120. Add 45, and we have 5, 6, and 1. So there is 165 seconds in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Then another example that we'll have is we'll have 4 minutes and 37 seconds, and we want to figure out how many seconds there are. So again, we'll do 60 times 4 because there's 60 seconds in 1 minute, and we want to know how many seconds there are in 4 minutes. So when we do that, we get 240 plus 37, and when we do that, we get 277 seconds, which is pretty exciting. Another thing that you guys are going to have to be doing today is you're going to also have to convert time from seconds and go into minutes and seconds. So for example, we have 150 seconds. That's not 150. 150 seconds, and we need to figure out how many minutes and seconds there are. So now, to do this, again, we know that there is 1 minute has 60 seconds. So now what you're going to do, instead of multiplying by 60, you're actually going to divide by 60. So you have 150 divided by 60. And obviously 60 can't go into 15, so you have to think how close you can get. So 60 times 2 is 120. So when we subtract that, we get a remainder of 30. But our number right here is 2, represents 2 minutes, and our remainder is how many seconds there are. So in this problem, there is 150 seconds equals 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So now we'll have to do the same thing. So first we'll have 80 seconds. And we want to figure out how many minutes and seconds there are. So again, we'll do the same thing. We'll do 80 divided by 60. 60 goes into 80 one time. And when we subtract, we get a remainder of 20. So we know that 80 seconds is equal to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Because again, we'll be having to find how much is in all of that time. So another problem that we'll have is we'll have 105 seconds. So 105 and we're going to divide that by 60. And all of this goes in there one time. So, and that's 4. So we have 1 minute and 45 seconds. So another thing that you guys will have to do, and this is kind of a review of a previous lesson that we've done, is that you'll either have to add or subtract time together. So with this one, you want to make sure that you line up all of the like terms, which means that all the things that have the same label. So we have 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and we're going to add it to 4 minutes. So you just want to have all the minutes together. When we do that, that's 20 seconds. 3 plus 4 is 7. So in total, we have 7 minutes and 20 seconds as our answer. So that's an example of adding. And when it's subtracting, you're going to do the same exact thing. So we have 4 minutes, 5 seconds, minus 40 seconds. But this time you want to make sure that you subtract and line up all of the like terms together, which means that all have the same labels. So then 40 seconds. So we can't have 5 minus 40 because we can't have the smaller number on top. So what we have to do is we have to borrow from the 3. When we do that, we took away 1 minute here and added 60 seconds. So 60 plus 5 is 65. And then you can subtract as normal. So we have 25 seconds and 3 minutes. And so we have that as our answer. So now we have this example problem right here. So we have 2 minutes, 15 seconds, plus 1 minute and 35 seconds. So you're just going to follow the normal addition rules, but remembering that seconds, the biggest number that you can have is 60. So we have 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So there's 50 seconds. And then we have 3 minutes. So we have 3 minutes and 50 seconds, which is the correct answer. So now what we'll do is we'll do a subtraction problem. So we have 3 minutes, 20 seconds, minus 1 minute and 50 seconds. So remembering that we can't subtract when there's a smaller number on top, so we can't do 20 minus 50. So what we'll have to do is borrow from this 3. When we do that, that becomes a 2. And when we do that, so we have 20, and then we took away 1 minute from here and added 60 seconds. So when we do that, that'll be 80. And now, so that's 80 seconds, and then we can subtract as normal. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 5 is 3, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 1 minute and 30 seconds as our answer. So I want to show you one last problem of how to solve a problem that kind of looks like this. So we have 10 minutes, and this one doesn't have any seconds. Then we have 35 seconds, but there are no minutes. So you want to line them up differently. And what I would do as a little placeholder, I would just put minus 0 seconds just to help you make sure that you line up your numbers. So again, we know that we can't subtract a smaller number from a bigger number. So again, what we'll have to do is take away a minute, borrow from the 10. And when we do that, that becomes 9. Took away 1 minute here and added 60 seconds. And now we can subtract as normal, but we can't do 0 minus 5, so we have to borrow from the 6. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2, so we have 25 seconds. And 9 minus nothing is 9, so we have 9 minutes and 25 seconds. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I look forward to teaching you guys again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.